Hello everyone, this is fragment example and today I'm going to solve a fragment example. Before the code, before code, I will let you know what is fragment. So, a fragment is a fragment is a portion of user interface in an activity and the behavior related to date portion. Okay, what does it mean? It means that each fragment have their own XML file which we will include in the activity user interface, and each fragment will also have its own Java code from where we can control the behavior of date fragment. Okay, the next thing is you can add multiple fragment to single activities, and you can also use single fragment in multiple activities. Okay, which is called the reusability of the fragment. Okay, in this example, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use only one activity for both login and sign up. Okay, how I can do this? I can do this by making one fragment for login and another fragment for sign up. So and I will add both of these fragment to one activity where I can use both fragment. Okay, so first I will show you the login page where user can log in. Okay, and within the same activity I will also show you the sign up page where user can sign up. Okay, now we are going to write the code. So first of all I will go to the activity main. In activity main, there is already written code, so I will delete the code. Okay, now the code is gone, and here they are using constraint layout. I will replace this layout with linear layout. So this is my linear layout. Okay, now to my as we know that every linear layout have their own orientation. So I will also add orientation and I will add it vertically. The next property I am going to assign this parent layout is weight sum. So I will assign this the weight sum of 6. Okay. Okay. Now the next thing is I will add a fragment over here. So this is this is the fragment tag. Now I will assign the width I will assign match parent, and the height is I will assign 0 dp. From 0 dp I mean that I will assign height to it with the help of layout weight, so I will assign it 5. Okay, and over here I will complete this. Okay, the next thing I will add over here is another linear layout, and this linear layout width will be match parent, height will be 0 dp, which mean I will assign height with the help of layout weight, and I will assign height over here is 1. Okay, the next thing I will add this is to orientation, and I will add horizontal orientation. Next I will assign weight sum. Weight sum I will assign over because I need only two buttons, the one button for, okay, in the above within 5, uh, the parental linear layout divide the screen into 6 parts. Okay, within these 6 parts, I will assign 5 sections to the fragment, and the last 6 section I will assign it to the two buttons, and these two buttons will be the first button. Okay, and now I will complete this linear layout. Sorry. Okay, now I will add two buttons. The first button, okay, now the layout width of the parent will be, it will be 0 dp, which mean I will assign width with the help of layout width, and height will be match parent. So now I will assign its layout weight of 1, which mean half, it will take half less. Okay, the next thing I will add it is an id, and I will assign it the ID of login. Okay. Okay. The next thing I will assign this is the text. So I will assign text of login. and here I will complete this. The next button I am going to add is sign up button, so I will simply copy this code and paste this code over here, and I will change only two things. The one thing is their ID, sign up, and the next thing is the text on this, which is sign up. Okay, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and I will add one more thing to this, which is okay, I will not add this thing over here. Okay, okay, no, now it's fine. Now we will check how our design look like. And so now it is rendering the design, and this is our design. Okay, so this is the fragment. I will little bit zoom the design over here. This is the fragment section where I will show login fragment and sign up fragment. Okay, when you click the login button here, you will see the login fragment, and when you click the sign up button here, you can see the sign up layout. Okay, so for this purpose, I need two layouts. So two fragments. So I will create two fragment from here. Right click over here, then go to new, and inside the new select fragment. Inside the fragment, select fragment blank. Now I will assign name to the fragment, which is login fragment, and I will click finish. Okay. Now it will create a login fragment for us, and with each login fragment here we will also get login layout fragment login dot xml. Okay, now I need another fragment for sign up, so I will right click over here, I will go to new. After new, I will select the fragment and another black fragment. Okay, and here I will write sign up fragment. Okay, and click finish. Okay, now the Gradle is synchronizing, so I will pause the recording. Okay, now Gradle synchronization complete. If you will come back. Okay, now we have one main activity, one login fragment, and one sign up fragment. Okay, now we are going to write the design of login. Okay, for login here we have string hello this. Okay, now I will the first thing is I will add over here a linear layout. Okay, linear layout uh, match parent. This will be also match parent, and I will also add orientation. In orientation, I will add vertical. Okay, and I think these things are fine. Now I will write the design code. So I will delete this code, and this is a text view. Here I will provide some text, and I will write mm, welcome to CUST, which is Capital University of Science and Technology, and I will make it a little bit bold. So I will add text style and bold. Okay, and the next thing is I will give it gravity. So gravity horizontal center. Let me check whether it is fine or not. So now the view is rendering. Yes, it is fine and it is in center. Okay, the next thing I'm going to add is edit text over here, and edit text layout width will be match parent, and layout height will I will select wrap content. Okay, and the next thing is I will add a hint over here. So the hint I'm going to add is username. Okay, and this is fine. Now I will add another edit text for password. So I will select this code and paste the code over here, and here I will change the hint which is password. Okay, and the next thing I'm going to add over here is the button. So button I will the width I'm going to add is a wrap content, and the height is also, I will add wrap content. Now I will add a text over here. So the text I'm going to add is when this button clicked, so user will go to the login. Okay, now I will check the design of this fragment. Okay, after rendering, it's not working. Let me check why it is not working. So over here, okay, it is not working because my linear layout is complete over here. That's why it's not coming in vertical way. So here I will add linear layout. So now all these views are inside the linear layout, and orientation of the linear layout is vertical. So all of these view will come in vertical. I will check the design, and here we only see the text view. Other views are not added. So let me check what is the problem. So the problem is uh, okay, if you can see our if you can see the design only show us the text view. Okay, I will a little bit zoom the view, and you can see it is only text view and this text view. Okay, so now I will see what is the problem with this text view, that it is taking the whole screen. So if here you can see the width and height of this text view is match parent, due to which it is taking the whole screen. So I will make the height wrap content. Now let's see what is happening. So it's come back, and now the layout is fine. The one thing I want to do is I will make the button. I will add a layout gravity and horizontal center, so that the button will come to the center, and now it's working. Okay, so now the fragment login is fine. Now I'm going to write the code for sign up login, and inside the sign up login I'm going to write the same kind of code. So I will just simply copy code from here, mm, this linear layout, and I will add the code, paste the code over here. Okay, so now one thing I'm going to change is welcome to the cast is fine. The edit text view, the first thing over here is I will uh, I will add another edit text view over here, and this edit text view will be name. So I will delete user from here, and this is the name. Okay, here we have password, and then we have, so if you remember, inside the sign up button we also include some confirm password. Okay, so I will going to write it confirm password. Okay, it's fine. So, and I will also change the text of the button, which is sign up. Okay, now let me check what is the design. Is it fine or not? So if I go to a little bit zoom, yes, it is fine, and it is good. Okay, now both of our XML for login and sign up is fine. Now what I'm going to do is over here fragment, there is none of the fragment is connected are related to this fragment tag. So what I'm going to do is I will add one of the fragment as a default fragment to this fragment, and that will be the login fragment. So now I will check and see in the design. Yes, it's nothing is uh, there is no error, so everything is fine. And okay, now here you can see that this is our fragment where we will show login fragment and sign up fragment. Okay, we also said that by default there will be the login fragment inside the fragment. Okay, so here by default when you open your application, here you will see login fragment. Okay, now when you click the sign up button, so the login fragment need to be changed to sign up fragment, and when again you click the login button here, then you will see the login fragment. So we need to write some code for this button. When this button get clicked, what we are going to do, So over here I will add an unclick unclick attribute, and here I will mention that when this button get click, so you need to so the change fragment method should be called, and the same method I want to call from this button also. So I will add the same attributes to both of the button. Now I will go back to the main activity code, and this is the main activity code, and here I will write that method. So that method should be public, and there is no return type, so I will make it like this, and now I will write the mm, so this is the name of our method which should be called after clicking each button. So by clicking the button we need here a view object. So I will make a view class. I will call the view class, and I will make the view object. With the help of these view object we can interact with the views. Okay, now what is now what we had done, whenever a button login button or sign up button click inside this design, so and at the backend side this function will be called. So now what we are going to do inside this function, first thing uh, we will do is we will make a fragment object, this fragment. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm making an if condition. Inside the if condition I will check if the view clicked is okay. There Here I will include the view, and now I will say find view by id. Where is find view by id? And I will write r.id dot login button. So this is the login button. Okay, so when login button is clicked, we will come inside this if condition. Okay. Okay, now we will come back. Okay, here I will when login button is clicked, we will come in this if condition. Inside this if condition, I will set the object fragment object to new, and here we have login fragment. Okay, fine. I will set it to login fragment. Now what we are going to make is fragment manager. What we need is the fragment manager. This is our fragment manager. We will make a fragment manager object, and from here we will get a support fragment manager. So our fragment manager is okay. Now we need a fragment transaction. Okay, why we need a fragment manager and why we need fragment transaction? With the help of fragment manager, you can interact with the fragment, and with the help of fragment transaction, you can make transactions simply by adding a fragment, by removing a fragment, or by replacing a fragment. All these kind of transaction you can do only with the help of fragment transaction. So I will add a fragment transaction, and here I will make a fragment transaction object, which is this, and now I will get the fragment transaction from fragment manager. So where is my fragment manager object? Dot get fragment transaction. Where is fragment transaction? No, no, it's not working. From where I can get the fragment transaction? So here is the code that I already written. So I need begin transaction, not the fragment. So fragment manager dot begin transaction. Okay, now my transaction is begin. Now I want, if my login button is clicked, I want to replace the fragment with login fragment. So for this, I will call the replace method fragment, sorry, transaction dot replace fragment transaction dot replace. Okay, inside the replace, we need to provide two things. The first thing is the fragment ID, and the second thing is the second thing you going to add over here is the fragment. So we haven't add any fragment id. So first I'm going to add a fragment id inside the xml. Okay, over here this, and where is our fragment? Above, this is our fragment. So I will provide an id to this fragment, and I will say that this is only fragment. Okay, now fine. So I will come back to the main activity code, and here I will give it an id. So now I had id, this is the fragment. Okay, this fragment will be replaced with what? With this object. Okay, so now when our login button will be clicked, so we will come inside this if section. Inside this if section we made a fragment object. Okay, then we also made a fragment manager. Then with the help of fragment manager we make a fragment transaction. With help of fragment transaction we are going to replace this fragment with this object. Okay, so after this we are going to commit these changes. So we will call the commit, and now all the changes will be committed. Okay, now what if the sign up button will be clicked? What we are going to do is, okay, we don't need, I think we don't need this view object over here because we have already view object. Now I will copy this if condition and paste it over here. The one thing I'm going to add over here is for id I will add sign up, and over here I will provide new, and where is sign up fragment? This is sign up fragment. Now this is the sign up fragment, and everything is fine. Okay, now I will run the code over here, and I will check what is so whether our application is running or not. So I will click this button. Okay, now it's identify my device as unknown device. Soon it will identify it. Okay, bingo, it identified my device. Now I will run this. So running will take a little bit time, so I will okay. Okay, now our application is successfully installed, but when I click the application, suddenly the application is destroyed. So let me search for the error. What is the error? So whenever your application is installed and it's not working, it is suddenly destroyed after the opening. So you need to check the logcat file. Inside the logcat file you will see why it is destroyed. So let me search out what is problem. Over boss I will select the error over here. No process debugging. So let me select the process for debugging. I will open the application and I will see what is happening. And yes, there, here it is saying that login. Okay, where is the, here it is saying that you had a problem with login fragment line number. Okay, first the problem occur in main activity line 16. Oh, where is line 16? Okay, where is line 16? Here, this is line 16. In line 16 you are inserting the layout. So inside the layout you are using the fragment login fragment. So we will see where login fragment there is this problem. So I remember that problem was on line number 85. If where is the problem? Where is the problem? Okay, let me check what is inside login fragment on line number 85. So if I come, there is a lot of code in line number 85. There is something like new return. So we don't need all of these methods. The only method we need is on create view. So I will remove all the code except what I need over here. So I'm removing the code, and there. Okay, on create we don't need this. Okay, this is on create view, so we need this method only. So the remaining method I will also remove the code, and there it is. Okay, and the same thing we will do with another activity with a sign up. And inside the sign up I will remove the extra code that you don't need, and I will, okay, where is on create view? So beneath it is on create view, and I will also delete code this. Now everyone will be fine. Now I'm going to reinstall my application, and let me check whether it is working or not. So installing will take a little bit time. I will pause the video. Okay, here you can see my mobile projection. So I will open the app. Where is the app? This is the app. Okay, and here I will click. This is the login view, which is by default. This is the login fragment, which is by default selected. So now I will click sign up. So when I click the sign up, oh, if you can see here, our layout and sign up, both fragments are overlapped with each other. Mean the above it is the sign up, and below it is the login. When I click the login, our default view come. So I will check the problem. What is the problem with this? So I will close the projection, disconnect. Okay, and let me come back to Android code, and I will see what is the problem. Okay, now the problem is that one fragment is overlapping with another one. So the one of the solution is that we will provide the background color to the fragments. Okay, so now if we provide the background color to the fragment, when one view overlap another view, you cannot then you will not see the login view when you click the sign up button, and when you back click the login button, so login fragment will come at the top, and you cannot see the sign up fragment. So this is also one of the solution, but with the help of this solution, your login views will be still active. It means still the login views are taking the memory, but you cannot see the login views, because above the login views there is your sign up views, and the sign up fragment have their own color. Okay, so this is also a solution, but it is not the good solution. So what I am going to do is I will write the code which, when am swapping to the sign up uh, when I am swapping to the sign up fragment, I will remove all the views related to login. So this will this will solve the problem, and hopefully it will not it will not take and the views of the login will not be here, so it will not take place in the memory. Okay. Okay, first I want to make the layout object. So what I'm going to do is frame layout, where I want to make an object of frame layout. So I call the class. Now I make the object. I will equals to uh, find view by id, find view by id r dot id dot fragment. Okay, and I will type cast this id into frame layout. Okay, so now I will frame layout dot remove. Where is remove? uh, Remove all views. Okay, so all views will be removed from the frame layout whenever we click any of the button. Okay, so now when the views are removed, So here we cannot replace the fragment because there is no fragment. So how you can replace it? So instead of replace, now we will use method add. Okay, so it hopefully it will work. Now I'm going to run the application and soon I will show you the result. Okay, now application is installing and I will pass the. Okay, now application successfully installed and let me show you what is how it look like. So I'm waiting for my device. Why not disconnecting? Okay, now it is connected. Oh, why it is okay now? This is the application. So now I will click the sign up button. Okay, and this is the sign up. I click it, and now you can see there is no overlapping because I already removed all the views related to login. Now I will come back to the login, and you can see the login is also fine. Okay, thank you so much for your time. Please like the video and subscribe the channel, and also press bell icon. Thank you so much.